sentimental reason. I hope you do believe I've given you
Hello everybody. Today on our first episode of I'm gonna sit here and talk to myself in front of my neighbors and they're gonna think I'm crazy, we are gonna talk about exhaust. Specifically, the Invidia N1 Catback Exhaust for the Honda S2000. Okay, we're gonna start talking pros. Pros about this exhaust. First off, talk about the sound. The sound of this exhaust is awesome. I'm gonna have a bunch of clips towards the end of startup, cold starts, flybys, everything you can think of. Everything from like 2,000 RPMs all the way up to 8,000 RPMs, just so you can hear how loud it is. I do have a pretty decent mic on this, so it did catch it pretty well, rather than just like an iPhone that you see all the time on YouTube. Like, you look up an exhaust and it sounds like just because it's recorded on an iPhone. You want to hear what it actually sounds like? That mic should pick it up. Let's start with the first thing that I love about this exhaust, the sound. Now the tone that this gave this car, it completely changed how I saw this car. I know that sounds really dramatic, but it was the best money I've ever spent on this car. Like, to this day, this is the best money I've ever spent. The tone and sound that created for my car really, I feel, captures what an S2000 is supposed to be like, which is good. This car's stock is pretty quiet. All you can hear is the fan, which is like most cars, but this exhaust, once it was on the car, it made it loud. It was totally perfect. I loved how it sounded. I didn't care about the drone because there was some drone in it. So for those that daily them, better be ready. My neighbors think I'm crazy. Okay, so second thing about this, I love the price point. The price point for this on Evasive Motorsports, which if you don't know what Evasive Motorsports is, you probably either aren't really into the aftermarket kind of scene, but if you are looking to do something to your car, maybe you just have a stock S2K and you're looking to put something on it, this is on Evasive Motorsports for $650. And I'm not just talking about this piece. This piece was cut, but this entire piece, which is gonna come, I think, in 4 pieces, and it's an entire catback system for your car, is 650 bucks. I actually got this cheaper. My buddy was actually parting out his S2K. It did have a minor exhaust leak, but I mean, it was easily fixable. I did fix it, and I got it for 250 bucks put together. So it's literally $250, and I slapped it on my car and I was done. You are going to have to take this with the other pieces and get them all welded together first. So price-wise, you're probably looking at $650 to $1,000, depending on if you can weld this yourself or if you got to get someone else to do it. Now, if you know how to do this yourself, perfect. This is the right exhaust for you. You're probably gonna have to do it on all exhausts that you order if you're gonna get them shipped, but gosh, it's relatively cheap, and it was the best money that I ever spent on this. I can't stress that enough. It literally made my car feel like it had such a different character, felt like a little race car. And these things are quick. For inline 4s that are almost, I mean, over 15 years old for some of them, mine's 14 years old, they're quick little things. And when you put this on there, and they redline all the way to 8,200 RPMs for the AP2s, this thing screams, like screams, which is awesome. I personally love it. The other pro that I would probably say is notable is the look of this. Now it's gonna come, and as you can see, it's not flat. It's got a sharp kind of point to it, so it actually sits like that with a point up. It's a pretty mean looking exhaust. When they're on your car, if you have a diffuser or anything like that, kind of just cups it looks really, really mean. And even if you don't have a diffuser, it still looks really good. But gosh, I love the look of this. Dang, I kind of miss it. All right, so cons. There are a few cons for this. Now, when this was on my car, it was loud in a good way, in my opinion. I really liked it. Loud in a bad way to others. So when I was dailying this car with this exhaust on it, it's really easy just to give it gas. You just give it gas and you get up above like 4,000 RPM. This thing is screaming, like it's loud. Like my family could hear me driving from over like maybe like half a mile, 3/4 of a mile away. When you're all the way redlined, like all the way up at the top, this thing, there's no hiding it. Now that's the first problem with this. I got a lot of attention with this exhaust. I actually got in trouble for having this exhaust, which is why it is now off my car. I did get a fix-it ticket before this, and it's kind of sucked. This exhaust just, it's so loud in a way that I like it, but the people around you don't. I had complaints from my neighbors that I was coming in, because I get off work pretty late, so then I'll come in at night, and then we'll look on the neighborhood forums, and they're complaining that it's too loud. If you're gonna be respectful about it, obviously, you gotta take them off, which is what I did. I don't want to get anyone mad at me or anything like that, or anyone to get mad at my car and wake up to my car being keyed or something like that. That would suck. These pipes are extremely loud. The hard part about this, and the only thing that I didn't like about it being loud, was the drone. When I was in the car, I literally couldn't, I mean, I could talk to my passenger, but it's not like talking like, hey, how's it going? What'd you do today? It was like a, hey, how are you? Good to see you. Like yelling, like it was bad. Definitely was worth it though. I lived with it for, I had this on my car for about 2 years, dailying it. And like, when I say daily, I'm talking to class and back to work and back, like half an hour each way, like probably driving about an hour to 2 hours a day. And I was totally fine with it. I know there's a lot of people that don't want that because they want to kind of be comfortable in it. God, I love this, but it was a con. This is a very, very loud exhaust, and there's nothing you can do about it. So police presence wise, if you have a big police presence in your town or city, and they're known for just pulling you over for exhaust, I would be careful about getting this. I think it's awesome. I think everyone should get this for their S2K, but it's kind of tough. Second con, this exhaust reaches a decibel level over 100 decibels. Now, to put that into comparison, I think the stock exhaust on an S2000 are around 60 to 70 decibels, and that's coming straight out of the exhaust, not including the fan noise. So I think it's just around there. Another comparison, Laguna Seca, which is the raceway near me, closest to me other than Thunder Hill, but Laguna Seca actually has a limit of 95 decibels. I think it's 90 to 95, somewhere in there, but they have a decibel limit. So if I had this on my car and I pulled up and they were gonna test it right there, they'd fail me and they would not let me go. They would not let me race whatsoever. I can guarantee it that this is going to be way too loud. Even from like 1,000 RPMs to like 3,000, where it should be kind of mellow, it's freaking loud. You can't get around it. So if you're gonna be tracking your car and you know that the tracks around you have limitations for decibel levels, I wouldn't even try it. I would go with something else or stick with stock. All right, so I've given a few things on what I do like and what I don't like. So to go over it really fast, and just if you wanted to skip to this and just straight answers of what I think about this, overall, I love this exhaust. I would give it probably 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. This exhaust, extremely affordable. It was the best money I've ever spent on this car. It's extremely loud, but on the flip side, it is extremely loud. You are going to get attention with this, whether it be good attention or police attention that you don't want. You're going to get attention with this. There's nothing around it, and you're gonna have to deal with that. Price-wise, about 650 bucks. You can get the entire catback system, which comes with obviously 2 of these. The entire full system all the way back. You unbolt your stock exhaust, completely take it off, and then replace it with this exhaust. Super easy. It's like 3 bolts and probably 4 or 5 hangers. Hangers are the worst, by the way. This is the stupidest thing that guy just stalled. But I highly recommend this exhaust. Tell me what you think about it. I love this exhaust. I know other cars that have this exhaust actually. My friends have BRZs that have the Invidia N1 exhaust. It gives it the same good tone to it. I'll show you some footage of flybys and some cold starts. Thank you guys for watching today's video. This is gonna be our first installment of Let's Talk Again. We're gonna probably keep doing these. I like it. Just let's talk. Let's talk about anything. Let's talk about Justin's Jeep. It's a piece of crap. We have a lot of stuff coming, especially when Justin comes home. He's gonna be home very, very soon from school, so we're gonna have a lot of fun with this car pretty soon. You get some track days in. I don't know what's gonna happen, to be honest, but all I know is it's gonna be exciting. If you guys wanna keep watching us, subscribe, like the video. Hopefully you guys will stay tuned, and I will see you guys next time.